You're listening to Firewater on PBS FM. I just noticed the Digger and the Pussycats have put up quite a funny frequently asked questions list about that Gemvar gig on Saturday night on their Facebook page. So if you want to have a read of something that may answer all of your questions about the weekend, feel free to look them up, Digger and the Pussycats. Before those messages, we heard from Black Bats, Rain Dance, the name of the track, taken from their Psychic Retreat record. They're going to be playing with Jenny and the Spurs on Monday night at Shot Kickers, and people are absolutely raving about Jenny and the Spurs. I'm hearing only great things about the shows that they've already done while they've been here in Melbourne, so I think that might be the last chance to catch them while they're here on this tour, playing with Black Bats, who I really like live, so I'd recommend not missing that show on Monday night at Shot Kickers. Before that, we heard from the Dharma Chain, His Head, as I mentioned, taken from a forthcoming album. I don't know the name of that one yet, but they're going to be releasing it in 2023, so we'll hear more then. I mentioned at the start of the program that I've got a very exciting live set to share with you from Daddy Longlegs. Daddy Longlegs are a New York-based band who've been playing together since about 2010. They were a three-piece for quite some time, featuring Brian Hurd on vocals, guitar and harmonica, Murat Akturk, who plays slide guitar, Josh Stiles, who's on drums, occasional maraca, dropped some tambourine in this afternoon as well. And then more recently, they've been joined by Dave Klein as well on piano. They came to my attention through a soundtrack for a series that was being played on SBS called Reprisal, where they appeared playing in a scene playing Long John's Jump from their 2015 album Rides Tonight, and it caught my ear, and I had to find out what that sound was, and I'm really glad that I did, because they've got 3 albums out. They're going to be releasing a 4th in March. We're going to chat about that in just a few minutes, but they're here in Australia for the first time and are playing tonight at the Curtin Hotel. They're playing tomorrow night at Cherry. They're playing Thursday night at Hotel Westwood, and then at Queenscliff Music Festival over the weekend as well. So plenty of opportunity to go and see them live. I imagine it will be a raucous live show. I'm heading along to the Curtin tonight. I'm very excited about it. But let me share with you the sounds that they left in the PBS studios this afternoon. We're going to start with The Evil Eye.
An evil eye on you, one evil eye on you. Well, well, how. Child, I've been a screaming just like a demon. Lord, and you know you ain't dreaming. Lord, you don't know, but it's true. Lord, I got my evil eye on you, one evil eye on you, an evil eye on you. Well, well, how. Why, yeah. Nails in your coffin, flowers on your grave, and your soul can't be saved. Well, Lord, there ain't a thing you can do. Well, Lord, I've got my evil eye on you. One evil eye on you. An evil eye on you. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, he. Wow, how, wow. Wow, wow, yeah. All right. And now we're going to give us our old theme song. Goes like this. Well, I went walking just the other day. Then I started talking about my low down ways. Then I started singing, oh Lord, and clapping my hands. Then I started stomping all over this land. Then I went shouting, but I couldn't be heard. Nobody could hear me, not a lonesome word. Not a lonesome word, not a lonesome word, not a lonesome word, but I couldn't be heard. Make some noise out there in Radio Land. And now we're going to pull out the harmonica razor and start cutting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah. All right. This is a brand new song. This will be on our forthcoming Rock Records LP. I'm going to tell you the name of it right now. It's called Street Sermons. Comes out March 16th. And this is a song about what's happening right now. A song about what's happening right here, right now. It's called Meanwhile. I'm just rocking my boogie.
1, 2, 3.
The time has come to sing a song about what's going on. I don't know what day it is, but I know right from wrong. Living hand to mouth and shuffling the beat. Keep your eyes open and a knee down to the street. Cause meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. Meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. I'm just rocking my boogie every day. Yeah. The minutes seem like hours and the hours seem like days, but it don't make no difference, Lord, I never change my ways. Don't care about the future, I ain't hung up in the past. Living every day like it's gonna be my last. And meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. I said meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. I'm just rocking my boogie every day. Oh, rock your boogie, boy. Everybody's screaming and running around. They say that the sky's falling and we've got to get down. Well, listen to me, people, don't you hang your head and cry. No matter what you do, you ain't never satisfied. And meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. Mama, meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. I said meanwhile, I'm just rocking my boogie. From New York to St. Louis, I'm rocking my boogie every day. Yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, I said meanwhile, we want to hear you rock your boogie out there in Radio Land. Mama, meanwhile, Mama, meanwhile,
That's PBS Radio. Call it PBS Radio.
Thank you so much for coming in and for playing live for us here in the studio. It's very exciting to have you here from New York. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's a gas. Thank you.
You guys have come direct to Australia from Spain, where you've been playing with our friends the Meanies, I saw in your lineup.
Two gigs.
Yeah, did they give you pointers about what to do when you came to their hometown?
Not really, yeah.
No?
They tell us to drink bush chook
That was in the W.
Oh no, that's the Western Australia.
Oh, the emu lager.
emu,
Emu lager. Yeah.
Here
Okay.
it's VPs.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Victoria Bitter. Yeah.
All right. So they've given you the lowdown on that.
Yeah, we're connoisseurs of that.
It was exciting for me to see a band that, is good friends of PBS in the meanies, and you guys having played a couple of shows with them over in Spain. How was the tour in Spain overall?
Wild.
Yeah?
Always mental in Spain, and it was always well received over there. Super fun, super wild times, full-blooded rock and rollers going completely off the wall every single night.
So it's taken you 12 years to get out here. I feel like you're really making it count with the amount of shows that you're doing. Are you kind of making up for lost time with the amount of shows that you're playing, even here in Melbourne this week?
Yeah, I'd say so. Australia's been on our radar for a long time. We're all massive fans of Australian rock and roll, and it's always kind of been a dream for us to get over here. We've been touring the UK, Europe, Canada, USA for years. We actually had our sights on it in 2020, and then we all know what happened there. So this was kind of like the makeup tour. So here we are.
Yeah. Coming out of the lockdown and all that, you kind of realize time's fleeting. So decided to come out of the gate screaming.
Yeah, you really are. Like all the shows, all the nights.
2 months on the road, yeah.
Yeah, it's
no
awesome.
time to waste.
Correct. And so you're bringing a New York sound here, but it's also got like that real southern feel to it. And I'm wondering, did you guys grow up in New York, or have you moved there? What's the background to kind of your musical influence?
Well, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, so kind of grew up in the hotbed of rhythm and blues, and being on the Mississippi and halfway between Chicago and New Orleans definitely plays a part. I think I kind of carried that part of my soul. It's kind of in the blood, and kind of brought that to New York, where the rest of these guys were from. And when we met, it was kind of like a marriage of the two. Of of aesthetics.
I'm from New York. Murat's originally from Turkey via DC. Dave's from Georgia. And we all met. I'm originally from New York, but these guys all ended up in bands there, and we were all in different bands. And we all sort of naturally fell together and started doing Daddy Long Legs.
Yeah, I learned about the blues in New York City, so.
Yeah, but there's quite a rock scene in Turkey too, right? Like,
a great history of rock and roll music filtered through the Turkish lens there, which I grew up on. But yeah, I was always into rock and roll and punk rock, and of course you work backwards. You discover Stuchbery, and it blows the doors open. I met Brian probably at CBGB's, I think, and I could see that he played harmonica, and I was like, we gotta hang out. The rest is history. Yeah.
Hey Brian, I wanted to ask you, who taught you to play harmonica?
Myself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. No, there was absolutely no, peer or any kind of blues scene for me to like attach myself to at all. That was purely my own kind of journey, and I taught myself from listening to old blues records. Just out of my own interest, and because there was a void in my life for it, and kind of found what was missing.
I became aware of you guys because of your appearance on the TV series Reprisal, and I wondered how you ended up being on that set.
Actually, oddly enough,
that's a funny story.
We just found ourselves in Puerto Rico playing a gig. We're playing at a club called Club 77, just doing a show there, and afterwards, there's this maniac who's probably high out of his mind, and he's just screaming in my ear like, "This is gonna sound crazy, but I'm writing this TV show, and you guys are like the band that I've been looking for." And we're just kind of like, sure, buddy. It's gonna be on Hulu. It's
never expected to hear anything.
It's gonna be picked up by this and that, And so we're like, yeah, sure, hit us up when you're ready for us, And
sure
just thinking
enough,
we would never hear from this guy again, but he followed through. He
it was like 6 or 8 months later, maybe even longer.
Yeah, he kind of.
Brian called. Do you remember that guy in Puerto Rico that was saying he was making a TV show? No, I don't remember that.
It's true. Great guy. Yeah, he followed through, and it was an amazing.
But yeah, that was great. That was a blast.
Well, he's not wrong, though. You are the perfect band for that scene that they had. I saw it, and I was like, who is this? I've got to find this band.
We felt like it was written for us. I guess it kindly was, yeah.
That was very fun.
Well, the opening theme for this program, Firewater, is a John Spencer Blues Explosion. We always play Very Rare at the start of the program, and I'm noticing that he's obviously a big fan of yours as well.
He's like our big brother. Our
Yeah,
guru.
right?
Took us on tour a couple times.
He did?
John showed us the ropes on the road for sure.
Yeah,
Good
awesome.
man.
And now Street Sermon's coming out in March.
That's right.
So we're months away from that. But
Finally.
Yeah, right? So you gave us a little preview there. Is that kind of typical of what we're going to hear on the rest of the record?
Yeah. I think this is more of a straightforward rock and roll record. You know, there was no like impetus to force it to be, you know, rhythm and blues or, you know, punk blues or whatever. Just kind of let it happen naturally, and that's kind of what it is. It's definitely a reflection of the times, of everything that was happening around us at the time when we wrote the record.
Yeah, and also the future of live music at that point was like really uncertain. And when we were writing it, so we just sort of like said, you know, whatever, let's just write whatever we feel like writing, not worry about if we could play it live or not. So it ended up having a ton of piano on a lot of tracks, and hence our new guy, Dave the Wave. We've realized that we wanted to play it live with the piano, and
Yeah, it's fresh
Yeah.
energy.
Dave's on board.
Yes, sir. I am. That's right.
He's on keyboard.
he's on keyboard.
Murat, you were just saying finally, you know, in terms of releasing this record.
Yeah.
How long's it been in the can?
We recorded it last summer.
Okay.
We like spent all of 2020 writing it, recorded it last summer, and now it's coming out next year just because, I mean, the state of the world with pressing plant delays, vinyl pressing has been just a nightmare across the world. But all in due time. It's happening now. We're getting close, so we're very excited.
Well, thank you for coming in and giving us a bit of a sneak preview of it this afternoon. Really appreciate that. And good luck with all the shows that you've got lined up here in Melbourne this week. It's awesome to have you here in town.
Our pleasure.
on.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
I was chatting there with Brian, Murat, Josh and Dave from Daddy Longlegs, as we've been talking about. They're out here on tour at the moment, playing tonight at the Curtin Hotel, tomorrow night at Cherry, and Thursday night at Hotel Westwood. Then they're down to Queenscliff for the Queenscliff Music Festival this weekend, and they played 4 different tracks for us live in the studio. We started with Evil Eye, then their theme, then Harmonica Razor, and Rockin' My Boogie, both those last 2 tracks taken from their upcoming album Street Sermons, which is coming out in March. But I thought it might be useful just to dial back a little bit to what their recorded sound sounds like, which will give you probably a stronger indication of what the live show's like, besides the stripped back version that we were hearing in the PBS studios this afternoon. So I wanted to share with you the single that they released from their last record, Low Down Ways. Daddy Longlegs, this is Nightmare.
This world has come to an end.
Daddy Longlegs there. They'll be on stage at the Curtin Hotel in about 3 hours, just shy of. So I'll see you there. See you with your dancing shoes on. You're listening to Firewater on PBS FM. For the last half hour or so, we've been listening to tunes from Daddy Longlegs, their first Australian tour, and are excited about them coming out. I hope you enjoyed it.